lower part of the town. So we will walk with some stairs as well to reach the top of the village, where the main square, and so our hotel.
A very different hotel, the Art Hotel in Piazza Armerina. Quirky artwork everywhere, rooms dedicated to particular styles of art. This one was Bauhaus with its mezzanine. This one, Salvador Dali perhaps, with a very unusual floor with gel which moved under the tiles. I just hope everyone slept okay despite the rather odd surroundings. This is the panoramic view from the roof terrace of our hotel. The cathedral. And the cathedral square.
Ma guardate le proprie esperienze, le proprie capacità. Fate delle analisi, delle valutazioni.
Excavations in progress. So looking back at the entrance here. This is the main entrance. 3 entrances into this outer courtyard with ionic pillars. It would have had a roof, of course, with a hole in the middle collect the rainwater. These are the ovens for the bathhouse leading into the various rooms. This was the entrance to the bath complex. The man of the house, his 2 daughters and 2 slaves carrying the oil and the change of clothing for after the visit to the bathhouse. This is the frigidarium. This is the palestra. It might also have served as the gymnasium. It's got modelled on the Circus Maximus in Rome, with the chariots driving around. So from the main entrance there's this outer vestibule, and then you're into the peristyle, fountains, water, gardens all around, and then all the rooms opening off it.
$42,000 magazine.
The peristyle columns are Corinthian. The whole colonnade is decorated with these panels and then lovely mosaics. These were servants' rooms, perhaps for storage, simple geometric patterns. This room opens off the peristyle directly and goes through to a bedroom, which would have been a guest bedroom. Frescoes on the walls. This is the room of the small hunt, dedicated to Diana. It shows the hunting. And then the barbecue at the end of the day. Again, this is a utility room, part of the master's northern apartment, with an entrance through to this area. None of the bedrooms had windows. One of the most famous mosaics stretches for some 65 metres, represents hunting, but also the transport of the hunted game animals back to Rome. Animals are being loaded onto ships, in this case by North Africans with darker skin and curly black hair, whereas these sailors on this ship are blonde, loading on exotic elephants and other animals that have been captured. to protect themselves from the horns of this oryx, they've put something across the two horns, and it's taking several men to pull the animal to try and get it onto the ship. Their clothing is just so detailed, beautifully represented. These are legionnaires with a red leather bandolier across the shoulder and a red belt, and they've got a rhino and a hippo in this, representing the fact that the Roman Empire extended into Africa, continuing the large hunt room, this great big long mosaic here, carts for carrying animals, magnificent lion. This is the apse at the end of the 65-metre long mosaic hunt. Get some impression of the size of it. And down here, looking all the way down there. This room opens off the peristyle. It would have had a water feature here. And this is a statue of Apollo, and this was a room where a musician would have played, and then the music would have drifted out around the entire villa. The frescoes in this room represent a parade of handmaidens carrying various objects. This fresco, which is one of the most famous ones from the villa, is actually laid on top of an earlier mosaic.
Look, in Hollywood, the red carpet, they go around like that. A Roman woman would never go around like that. She doesn't even have a bra on.
The main dining room is unfortunately closed for restoration. We're now in the southern apartments. This is for the master and his family. This is the children's playroom with games. We think these wheels with the letters were spun, played, music being played. The children's playroom with a tiny circus, and instead of chariots and horses, the children are on little chariots pulled by birds. This area, entered off the peristyle, would have had a fountain here, and we've got this wonderful mosaic around a semicircle. And this is the entrance to rooms known as the Hall of Arian. Opens off the semicircular mosaics. And Eros are in fight here. And up above are the bags of money for the victor. This is another room with children emulating the activities of the adults. Here they're capturing farmyard animals rather than wild animals. Cockerel appears to be. This cockerel appears to be. This is the entrance to the master's bedroom. This is Ulysses. From here is an entrance into the lady of the house, his bedroom. The images of fruit in the lady's bedroom represent fertility. Figs and pomegranates and grapes. And then the apse where the bed would have been. No need for fancy decor because it would have been covered by the circular bed. But also opening off the master's bedroom is the erotica room. They have seasons represented. A couple cavorting in the middle. This room is known as the Basilica, a grand hall. The emperor's room would have been richly decorated around the walls. It has a marble floor, which unfortunately the clay underneath, shifting over the years, means a lot of the floor is damaged. The marbles in the floor come from all over the Roman world, so emphasising the reach of the Roman Empire. This was the aqueduct which flowed down to provide water everywhere in the villa.
E arriviamo da voi e non mi ricordo dove vi trovate, poi ci fermiamo di avere in garba il 62, l'ho visto, e quindi